time. Perhaps I need to access the. No, no, okay. Need verification. Ooh, error on X. Gotcha. Must be like a you must be a premium member kind of thing to live stream on X. I think. I don't know. Let me try that one more time with X open on the other side. Connecting. Error. Create. Ingest broadcast. Create ingest broadcast. I wonder if it's a setting that I have to change. Oh well. If it's effectively. Goodness gracious. If it's effectively connected to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, then that's good. I go here, for example, and open the secondary one. Go here. How's it going? It does say I'm live. Look at that. All right. Very cool. Slowly figuring it out. We still got to figure out exactly how do I make new destinations too. Actually, to make intros and outros and all that. Oh, what's that? Oh, not sure what that is. Oh, that must be like the super chats or whatever kind of thing. I move you. No, I can't move you outside this window. Okay, that's a little difficult. Okay, and then you, I will shrink down. No, I will put right. Let's see. There we go. Minor customizations. Alrighty. Oh, UFO, huh? Trump's UFO files are horrifying. Do not panic. Interesting. I heard some. Well, I didn't really particularly hear anything about it, but I did see some of the videos that are up. You know, like you see it in your recommended or in your usual feed, and you're like, oh, I don't know what that's all about, and you kind of bypass it. So why no? Why don't we give it a look?
Human souls being harvested by aliens sounds absolutely stupid, but stay with me. So did cloud seeding, DEW space lasers, and UFOs, and all of those have been confirmed with a similar slow drip of information. As today, the US government declassified these unknown flying objects on Earth.
All right,
But also, during the moon landing, there were multiple alien sightings. And 4 years before that, NASA knew we weren't alone.
Say again, 7. So we have several, looks like the 3 up.
Let's do just a quick pause. All right. I had to go through my speakers first, so. All right. I pause it to see if the sound is coming through the other tab. If since it's not now, start it back up again. But interesting. Apparently, there's a bit more than I suspected.
After actual sighting, it looks like hundreds of little particles going by from west out about 3 to 4 miles.
There's an awful lot to unpack here, but the most important aspect is, if you look close enough, they're basically confirming the authenticity of Bob Lazar's stories, which makes his claims back in the 90s actually quite terrifying. As this is no hoax, but President Trump finally releasing the UFO footage.
We're going to be releasing as much as we can in the near future. Pilots, very solid people, and they said they saw things that you wouldn't believe. So,
with over 30 minutes of clips of nearly 6 decades of encounters. But the more important sightings are of these jellyfish-like flying craft, the thermal scans of wind turbines having ships that defy our physics, and probably most shockingly, the large star shapes shooting through our sky. Now, most of the footage just shows those tic-tac aircraft that so-called conspiracy theorists have been discussing for years, and now, seemingly nonchalantly, our own government is confirming, yeah, we've known about this for a while, but we still can't explain any of it, which makes me think It's either a distraction from everything else going on, or prepping/testing everybody for the next tranche of information that may be a bit more distressing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if they were only giving us information that they would think we would be ready for, I don't think it would be as honest. Like, did I say that right? Sorry, my mind was focused on the sound. If they were trying to prep us for other information, they wouldn't be giving us this information with clear descriptions if they didn't think the next information was important. So if they are going to tell us anything else, it's probably going to have something to do with this.
As those photos from the moon are all low res and up to interpretation, but we just went to the moon with brand new 4K footage. So what exactly are they about to show us, and how could it change everything we know about our reality? As
Nazi moon base? Joking.
seemingly everybody in office with top secret information alludes to, complete transparency on aliens would cause society to, quote, become unglued. As first, President Obama basically admitted there's aliens.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51.
Then President Trump wished he didn't speak up.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
So, so yes.
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Well, he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information.
As the original release is just about unidentified flying objects in our skies, which could be our own classified drone technology, foreign spies, or even AI imagery. But Obama said aliens, and if that was a lie, then what is he sharing that's classified? Meaning they're definitely hiding something else. As on the Joe Rogan podcast, members of Congress have constantly confirmed we are not alone.
Like, what kind of evidence have you seen?
I have seen photos. I have seen...
What have you seen photos of?
So I was in a skiff, and I can't discuss all that was in a skiff, but what I can tell you is based on the photos that I've seen, I'm very confident that there's things out there that have not been created by mankind.
I mean, yeah. If we're going to consider bacteria alive, then there definitely has been non-Earth bacteria. But I don't think we found anything that we can't justify.
But I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional.
In just 30...
Oh, I'm talking about public information right now, by the way. What we have right now, and what we have absolutely confirmed, certain bacteria from space. That's about it.
6 minutes after the UFO files were released, Representative Luna randomly posted a biblically accurate angel, which is in line with Congresswoman Green saying similar things.
And I believe those could be fallen angels.
All these things could be
fallen angels.
Yeah.
One third
fallen
the aliens are fallen angels.
That's possible. I think.
Well, again, like I just said, though I kind of spoke over the volume there. 1/3 of the angels fell, so yeah. Most are in a spirit form, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if there was any left physical formed.
That's what they could be. That's what makes sense in my worldview.
Now, I'm not going to get into confirmation bias, especially since they've seen things that we haven't yet or may never see, but what I'm leaning more into believing is something buried deep between the lines, as Congressman Burchett's interviews may shed where to actually look.
I mean, this thing's been covered up at least since 1947, and I just don't think they don't give up that easy.
They are considering disclosure, and that there have been visits of these super intelligent beings from somewhere else, that we have retrieved crashed vehicles and that we have biological remains.
That's correct.
And we are talking about disclosing, and every one of them said the negatives far outweigh the positives in terms of the impact on government, the impact on the economy, religion, all these different factors, and how it would disrupt society. And in the end, they decided not to disclose.
Yeah. Allegedly, when they told Jimmy Carter, he cried.
That's what I heard too.
I was.
Yeah.
It was. I won't go into all of it, but I was in a meeting.
What would make him cry?
I don't know.
Which is this common theme claiming they know more than us. That scares them, but there's still something else they're hiding.
Well, let's say Jimmy Carter cried, for example. Does that mean he was scared? Because, I mean, if a person had, let's say, not the best confidence in their faith, but they have an absolute confirmation through something that's truly real in the real world, and that they can fully justify their faith from, then, yeah, people can cry in that. Is it a cry of fear? I don't know. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be. God, sorry about that if it's all screwing up. I accidentally tapped the wrong thing twice.
As Rogan brings up Bob Lazar.
The Bob Lazar episode of this podcast is the most viewed episode that I've ever had on YouTube.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's just talking about how he used to work at S4, Area 51 Site 4, where he was back engineering UFOs.
Right. You got to figure he's the one that escaped from all of it and is still alive. And somehow
Yes.
he got out and was able to do it before they could silence him.
He went public because he was afraid they were going to kill him. You know, because the initial one, that he gave a fake name and he was a silhouette and he told his story, but then his home got broken into, his car was getting broken into, he got shot at on the highway. It got real weird. And so he said, look, I've got to go public. Like, it might be the only way to protect myself. And he told the whole story.
And align that with Burchett's other statement.
I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this, if they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up, you'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff. We just need to disclose it all. As I was briefed last week on an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that it's kind of like how people are complaining about the Epstein files, for example. I think the reason why they're not going after these people is because they think they can do good, or they can do more using it as blackmail than they can for just arresting the people and having new people in the area. That's what I think. I think they want to keep it so they can blackmail with it, because that gives them a leg up. If they can force others to do what they want them to, then they can make things go in a positive direction in their view through the blackmail. But if it's not there, right? If it's if the people are arrested so the blackmail becomes worthless, then you can't have them do the things you want them to do. I think that's why it's not particularly a big focus for them right now. And that's the reason why I say that is the same for this. They want to keep information back, but want you to be interested enough to listen so that you can trust them more. Because the more they can slightly let out some treats to you, the more you'll keep following them. Breadcrumb trail style.
Issue, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago, and it would have set the earth on it. This country would have come unglued, I think, if they would have heard all that I heard.
So UFOs are real, with footage of physics that grants Bob Lazar's stories more credibility, and our congressmen are saying, should me and you know the truth, society would become unglued. And what exactly would do that? Maybe what Lazar shared back in the 90s.
There is an extremely classified document dealing with religion, and it's about that thick. Period. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion? It's so far out.
All right, your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of?
Containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers, and that's
Well, I mean, possession, so.
how we're mentioned in the documents. that religion was specifically created so we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the containers.
That seems backwards because I think that is partly kind of his view in there, because what evidence does he have that a container can be filled, but then can be emptied, for example? Does he have any recognition that there can be an emptied container after it was filled? You know what I mean?
And if you know me, you know I enjoy a great tinfoil hat theory, even selling one on my website. Well, conspiracy theories are supposed to be fun, not confirmation that the X-Files episodes about alien-human hybrids, U.S. government cooperation, and human souls being harvested for alien consumption is just known information within top-secret circles. I even feel foolish sharing this out loud, coming from a guy that sells this stupid hat. But honestly, what else do you think it could be? And why does everybody with that extra layer of knowledge seem to suggest the same exact thing? So actually, let me know your theories below, and if you
Oh, it's a beanie.
appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
Oh yeah, go ahead and listen to Decoy Voice. He has good takes when it comes to political stuff, and I appreciate his reporting on things. Apart from Decoy Voice, the only other person that's pretty much my news is Nuxanor, which I think we can kind of I mean, if you're not listening to Nuxanor, you're pretty well back. You're behind on the news, I'll tell you that much. Alrighty. Yeah, it's 1 hour. Yeah, we'll pass that one down. Don't want to take up the whole live stream, watch a different person's live stream, know what I mean? One thing that would be helpful, is there a way to show when people enter chat? Or when people are watching? That'd be helpful. Since I'm actually live streaming on Kick at the same time, I believe I can bring up my Kick chat here on my other device. I don't think there's anyone watching on Kick at the moment, if I remember correctly. Ooh, very nice. Top non-gunpowder. I pretty much see cartridge ammunition in there. Oh, that must just be something else then. The image isn't what the video is about. Interesting. Technically, a full auto BB gun is still pretty dangerous. Magnet powered. Oh, that's interesting. Using magnets as the spring for a buffer tube. Interesting idea. We've seen similar things be tested with cars. Their shocks. Jasmine confronts the View for mocking Jesus on live TV. Okay. Marathon. I'm pretty sure Bungie's Marathon was like wasn't it a game before it was a game? Like, wasn't that one of their older games they were trying to work on? Pretty sure it was. Looks like we're going to go to the App Store and grab Twitch there. One from Rumble and one from Twitch. Hello, both of you. This is like I was just starting off to figure out how all this works. And I was like, hey, I might as well do some video watching while we're here. I still need to figure out how to make an intro and outro using Rumble Studio since I already figured out how to do it on OBS. So that's going to be fun. Oh, goodness gracious. Stampede breaks while street preaching at Mardi Gras. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Steak and eggs. I don't think they do that anymore, if I remember correctly. I think she was trying to, I think it was actually both Tectone and Imiru who was trying to avoid, what's it called? Controversy from Asman. And then Tectone, obviously, he started his own little controversy. And Imiru is not going to be able to avoid controversy. That's just going to be the nature of the beast because, you know. She's standing on top of... Why? What's going on here?
Democrats started using effective cheats with cancel culture. Now redistricting cheats are being activated and they're mad. Well, you should always do whatever you can to win, right? That's what I've always said. I've said it many times, but, you know, like I can say it again. And
yeah, I think you should do everything you can to win. But you can step into unlawful actions by doing so. Easily. You can easily step into unlawful actions by doing so.
And LA is worth saving. Oh, I've seen a lot of these guys' videos. It's really fucking funny. We'll get to that later on because I will talk about him. Bro, Trump just released UFO files. I know. I'm gonna wait till people can pile in because I just started, right? I just started the stream like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, something like that, right? So I was gonna let people pile in. So everybody's there for me to go over the UFO stuff, so don't worry about it. And what do you think about new Odyssey movie? I think it's great. I'm excited to watch it. You know, hopefully it's good. But anyway, so you have right here 3-year-olds identify as a dinosaur. It's just crazy that people are listening to the judgment of a child. Like, imagine listening to a 3-year-old say something, and then you as a parent think to yourself, "Wait, he's right."
Yeah, that would be quite crazy. I agree with that. It would, you definitely can't suggest that that person has some amount of wisdom, at least. That'd be a pretty ridiculous suggestion. Okay. That will have to be figured out later on.
Think about that. Just for like 3 seconds. Think about the fact that you listen to a 3-year-old and you, oh, you know, I never thought about it like that. Really? I mean, you got to be fucking retarded. You got to be an idiot to do that. Oh, my God.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes, very, very rarely, but sometimes a naive view is helpful. Because sometimes you are kind of getting in your own way by overthinking it, you know?
God, they don't think? Yeah, no, they don't. And so, but you are a Stegosaurus. Yeah, you are a Triceratops. No, it's so ridiculous. And we should let them start.
Did he just do like a perfect wife of the Simpsons voice there?
Voting? I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, sure. So anyway, there's been you all started it and we fucking finished it. There's another one. Oh boy. And oh wait a minute. 40 and this is the same. Wait, isn't that bitch that got that's getting arrested now? This is the same bitch that got arrested yesterday, right? Yes. So wait a minute. So this is how it started. And like you're doing these tweets about you started it and we fucking finished it. And now, you know, like now you're making statements about why you got raided by the federal agents. And also,
yeah, it was let's see if it was her main office and like a weed store or something, dispensary she owns. Something like that. All right, so I have Twitch on my phone, and then I have Kick on my hand-me-down iPad over here. What do I have going on here? There we go. So I have Kick, Twitch, and Rumble. Perfect. Those are the ones that, oh, except for YouTube. That's the one I don't have. Silence me. There we go. Okay. I can grab it from over here and shrink you down. No. Oh my goodness gracious. There. And then that there. And then that there. Perfect. And I can go here. No. We can go there. Hit this button. All right. All right. And then boom. Problem solved. All right. Operation activity. Okay, there we go. Now I have live stream going. I have the chat for YouTube, chat for Rumble, chat for Twitch, and chat for Kick. All right, I have access to them all. Lovely, lovely. Continue.
So the entire strategy that you had got deleted. That's funny. That's really funny. Yep, time to go back to the fucking to the nursing home. Time to retire. You're done. How it started, how it's going. Ellen Page is playing Achilles in the Odyssey movie. Woke garbage, hard pass. I think that I mean I have the same viewpoint, right? I do. Like, I will probably watch the movie anyway, but I do
I definitely wouldn't.
Is a, you know, pinnacle masculine character. Or yeah, probably not going to be able to, or Achilles, you know, being attractive, like you're very obvious, right? The goal is not to tell the story ridiculous, and I think a lot of people will be turned off by it. I do. Now, will the movie be good besides that? I really don't know, but you know, Christopher Nolan's a great director. It's got a lot of good names in it. I'll watch the movie, but I mean, that's definitely two things that are unsettling, and I don't think that they should make those decisions, right? It's really not something that's like, oh, I don't know, guys. Critical Drinker made a video about this. Well, I'll look at it and I'll see it, and you know, like maybe let me see if I just pull it up.
That's a lot of tabs.
I'm not going to watch it right now, but I'll watch it later on. I just want to have it locked in so I can watch it. But anyway, I'm from Greece, and I'm not going to go watch a movie where they put a trans man to play one of our epic heroes, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it's weird. And it's patronizing, and just, as I said, it's just weird, right? So, yeah, that's the way I feel about it, but I'll watch the thing later on. I'm sorry, I got off topic here. I apologize. So, anyway, dude, Virginia and California both put it up for a vote by the people, and there it is again. And redistricting update, as predicted, the Virginia Supreme Court ruled in favor of Republicans and restored the 6-5 map. Blue wave canceled. Thank you, Virginia. This is what they should do everywhere. They should totally rig it, completely rig it. It's a rumor, by the way, not even confirmed. Well, I've already acknowledged that it's true.
Yeah, the Supreme Court definitely did, but I did hear the Attorney General is trying to flip it back. So we'll see how that goes.
So the fact is anchored in your mind, is in my mind. So your fact correction, your fact check is going into the garbage. It's true now. That's the way it is. Yeah, your fact check, nobody cares about it. It's already true. Like, sorry, you should have got there first. You should have known that I would be told that and then tell me the correction before I saw it in the first place. Yeah, it's not going to happen, guys. We're manifesting. And anyway, so redistricting ruled unconstitutional. Oh boy, here we go.
Home. How little Democrats who ran as moderates care about your opinion if it doesn't involve keeping them in power. Okay? This is what changed in the middle of the night for fairness. You tell me a single reason why Republicans shouldn't do.
Look at them do it like, oh my God, guys. Y'all were.
Yeah, I saw a meme of all this. And the design was the Cat of Nine Tails, which is kind of whip that has multiple whips on it, all from Fairfax. So, of course, this is like Washington, right next to it. This is the northern, very, like, even this red part here would extend more over this way in reality. But it's a very, very small subset of blue. But because they have all the non-citizens, they have all the cities in this area, the big cities, then they're the ones with the heavy voting power. So that's why, and not to include, I don't know if anyone else has seen yet, but the map for mail-in ballots, the mail-in ballot map showed a lot of the red areas straight blue. So most of the mail-in ballots were all blue for like the gerrymandering referendum thing. So I want to see that same map, but for the governorship. Did the governor, when they were voted in, was all those mail-in ballots blue too? Because the yes-no question for the redistricting, that was a lot of blue in the red areas. So I would love to know if, there's some serious fraud going on, and someone's someone's governor who shouldn't be.
Really, like, you really trying to, I mean, there's like 5 zones in this one place. Like, I don't.
A quick hello to everybody. We got 2 on YouTube, 2 on Rumble, and 1 on Twitch. Hello, and welcome. I wouldn't be surprised if the one on Twitch is a bot, considering the suggesting to go somewhere else. Go jolt.ru. I had a few of those when I first tried to stream on Twitch, saying, "Oh, hey, here's where you can get bots to view your videos." So I found that very ridiculous. I would be more curious about, how they want to crack down on bots at Twitch. My suggestion is have an AI that watches chat, and if in chat somebody suggests using a botting site, like I did when I first started trying to live stream on Twitch, I got 2 or 3 different comments on 4 or 5 different days, saying, "Hey, you should use this website, botviews.com," or something like that. And there's a different one that had a totally different name that I had no idea what it was. I'm like, all right, sure, I'll open it in a secure browser. And same thing, this many dollars for this 100 amount of bots. So I think those comments are the ones that they should, like, find that comment, then ban that profile or block that profile or something like that. Another good thing would be if they can say lobby and get those websites locked down, because the government can lock down websites so they're not accessible or operational. So that would be a good idea, because then those bot sites, those bot sharing sites, those bot viewing sites, they wouldn't get their revenue anymore, because your bank information isn't completely accessible anymore. You may have got the deal to pay for the bots, but now that it's shut down in your area, any payment you had or you are making towards that will be denied. So
I don't know about this. It seems like you're trying to.
That's what it's just.
Play some games, man. It really does. Seems like you're trying to play a little bit of games. But I don't know what this is. Honestly, I think the whole cast is misplaced. Yeah, maybe. It's so fucking bad, maybe. And, bro, that's exactly what Tennessee did, dude.
Oh, I gotta give some props real quick. So Smugalana is on her video. I don't know if it was too recent. I think it was when Rev was talking about V-tweeters and talking about how Anna Valens actually had a good breakdown of what a V-tweeter is. And Smugalana brought up that if you wanted to try to grow your channel, well, you should be able to, multi-stream, or you should be able to put content on multiple different areas as quickly as possible, things like that, and spread it. Very fair. Made sense to me. So that's what this is. I was like, oh well, I'll watch some Tectone. I'll think about that and look into it. And then while watching some Tectone, his recent live, an ad for Rumble came up, and it suggested Rumble Studio that allows for multi-platform streaming. I'm like, aha, there's a good resource. So today has just been a test of how it works. I still got to figure out how to make intros and outros with this. So I already figured out how to do it on OBS and using Google Clipchamp, which, by the way, if you're on PC, Google Clipchamp is all, or Microsoft, not Google, Microsoft Clipchamp. That's already on your computer. So if you've always wanted to make videos or something, it's a very simple tool. Go ahead and look it up on your computer. Go to that little spyglass shape there and search Microsoft Clipchamp, champ like champion. And you'll have access to it. It has screen capture. It has voice record. You can do video record. The only thing that I found that was a weird malfunction with it is if you screen capture and you're screen capturing a video, and let's say, since you're over here on this, let's say you have it up to here, right? Well, on OBS, that's really loud when it finishes recording and uploading. Where if you have it down to about right here, that's about how it sounds when you're listening to it at about right there. So something to take into account when you're live streaming. I keep it out mid, because even I noticed that maybe you guys obviously don't want to hear it on max volume when you yourself on whatever device you're listening on is on max volume. So, or let's say mid volume. You want this at mid volume, not max. So, something as anyone else who's thinking about making videos or such, because, I mean, honestly, to be fair, it's a way of the future. There's a reason why when you want to learn something, you kind of go to YouTube or you go to Rumble and look the thing up. Modern Library of Alexandria, but the books read to you. Know what I mean?
Nah, man, I don't think so. I think this is really what they're doing. Looks like the Vietnam border.
Wait a minute. You noticing something weird about this map too? Look at right here. Did they expand the land right here? From this point to this point? And like this had like a sharp line in it, but this is smooth. Would they grab like an extra 8 acres or something? A couple 100 acres onto the map? Because I don't think this would probably like be a river or something, I'm guessing. I don't think it shrunk. That's something to look into as well.
Border with Laos? Oh, where it goes all the way to, yeah.
Because look right here, this is totally the same. This spot right here, every little nook and cranny, exactly the same. But not right here. That don't look the same. This is all sharp and jaggedy and small little boot right here. This is just flat and smooth. And this is the border of Virginia. This isn't like in here. That's interesting.
You're right. And your friend gets a Gemp slice of pizza. Everyone gets a taste of the dirty city with those districts. Exactly. So
true. And the rural parts of Virginia get ruled over by the kings of the cities.
Basically, they're redistricting it so they can weight it more heavily for the Republicans, or sorry, for the Democrats. And so this is the reason. So can you?
Well, I mean, recently we've kind of had a turnaround where all the other Republican states are gerrymandering to Republican sides, and I mean, Democrats really wanted gerrymandering war. They like to blame Texas, but California gerrymandered directly after Texas, and then another Democrat state, can't remember which one it was, after California did it, and then Virginia did it. So really, it has nothing to do with Texas. Virginia, California, and the other one, they're the ones who started the war of gerrymandering, and Texas, just properly following their constitution, abided by their constitution and changed a few things.
You guys believe?
Ooh, I wonder if I can. This profile over here that did the that suggested Go Jolt, which I assume is probably a another bot sharing site. I wouldn't be surprised. Can I report this profile? That might be helpful. Not really sure how to do that though. Twitch.
That this map got overruled and they're not able to do it. That's bad, and it is what Tennessee did. Well, here's my outlook. Okay, you've got to understand that you have to have some standards. That's a real
couple
bad
things
one.
here just come to mind. Barack Obama was out.
What do Democrats always fail like Looney Tunes villains? Because the reason why they fail like Looney Tunes villains is because they have the bravado to behave like Looney Tunes villains. They think that, well, we're gonna get together and we're gonna do whatever we want. And then somehow it gets stopped and they're like, oh my God, I thought we had a constitution.
They're campaigning.
That's the reason
to make
why
sure people were into this issue and would get out. It passed, but not by a lot, but it did pass.
That's all, folks.
And it would have effectively, Democrats believe, made it 10-1 Democrats to Republicans.
Man.
I think the current figuration
10-1.
is 6-5.
Right.
So this is thrown out. Is that the end of the line?
Probably
I
not.
mean,
No, I'll try it again. Keep doing
It
it.
sounds like it because this was an issue of the Virginia Constitution. It
They'll
was a
probably try and do
state
it
law
again.
issue. And critics of this referendum have said from the beginning that Democrats were on thin ice because they did not follow procedures as outlined by state law
Should've
and
done
state
that.
constitution.
Should've
And what
done
the
it.
court ended up saying here is that violation irreparably undermined the integrity of the entire voting referendum, said it makes it null and void. And for that reason, they say the congressional district maps issued by the court in 2021, the old maps are the ones that they've got to use for the upcoming congressional election. Now, this was a state matter. Virginia's Supreme Court, the highest court in that state, it's a Commonwealth, they'll remind you, made this decision. Now, it's not